Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a book review about Liber Day, okay, the Book of God. This is written by the Baron and Baroness Aragni. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I purchased books before, and I have reviewed books by them before on this channel. Specifically, the Black Book of Bel-El-Hul. They also have a book excuse me, called the Hexagrammaton, which is really good. And this book is basically on realizing the deity within yourself and tapping into that. It talks about doing away with and dealing with things such as demons. And then it also talks about how the different, like, everything is, how do I explain it? Everything dealing with certain deities is just an aspect of that specific deity. And it talks about how Christ as well as Buddha are the same archetypes, just people who realize the deity within themselves. So one of the great things about this is the practical. There's no gathering, there's no making an altar, there's no gathering of candles or incense or anything. All you need is the book, the instructions from the book, and you need yourself, which is what it says on the site that sells this. Throughout my practice, I've moved away from physical rituals and more towards meditation and dream work, because I feel like if you are truly a spiritual person, then you would practice in spirit. So the only temple that you need, the only altar that you need, is your body. You have to understand that your will, your focus, your mind, your imagination is the most powerful tool that you will ever have. One of the good things about this book, one of the things that I love, is just the powerful meditation that it starts with in order to kind of, I guess, initiate you into this work. It's called the divine detachment meditation, or the void meditation. And this void meditation is very powerful. When I was working with the void meditation the first time, it was like coming upon darkness, and the darkness was pulsating. And it was like in my face, beating like a heart, and then wrapping around me, and you could feel the power within yourself. And the difference between doing another ritual and doing the rituals within this book is that the power that you receive from this rituals is sustained. Like, you will still feel it days after. It will pop up kind of to like motivate you to come back to this book and do the next exercise within this book, to accumulate more power, to continue to awaken the God within yourself. Okay. A lot of people would think that this book would be left-hand path, but really this dismisses with the left and the right, because it talks about how there is no duality. Duality is really an illusion. What you have to do is, sometimes, like the way I was taught, is like you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. And you also have to take care of your perception, because once your inner world is taken care of, then your outer world starts to change. And that's even with your relationships with other people. Okay. So once you have this meditation, you can do this meditation over and over again. It's had crazy effects, even physically, where like, there was one time where I was doing the void meditation, and then something popped up just unexpectedly in my head, and it was like I was physically pushed back. When I first started doing the meditation, in the exercises, I had headaches. And this isn't a bad thing. I feel like this is really a physical manifestation of the expanding of your mind, the growth of your spirit. And it's reflected physically, because as above, so below, as within, so without. So the book continues to have mudras, which are hand signs to activate power, as well as mantras that are coupled together. They talk about how nothing should be deviated from. And I can't say from experience that anything bad will happen, but because I know these authors to have genuine magic to educate you and to have to teach you things that are practical and work, that it's not good to deviate. So coupled together, like, you can really feel the power when you're doing the mudras. The beginning of the exercise, what you do is you do a void meditation. Then what you do is you hold the mudra for a whole minute before even doing the mantra. And when you do these mudras, you can feel the power start to build even before you start with the mantra. The mantra doesn't even have to be said out loud. In the book, it talks about how the mantra is done in your head. What it does is it slowly awakens different parts of your godhood. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but it'll tell you in the book what the mudras and the mantras are for, and what, I guess, level they open up to help you maintain your godhood. There's also one, is it a mudra or mantra? There's one exercise in here that helps you to kind of boost the power of anything that you do. Like, if you want to do a physical ritual, you can do this this meditation in order to do that. If you want to boost the power of the void meditation, or any of these mudras and mantras, then you can certainly do that. And I haven't gotten to that level yet, so I can't really speak about how well that works. But the fact that even the most simplest of the things in this book provides potent amount of energy speaks volumes about this book. I've just finished reading it. The prose part sometimes is kind of, to me, rambly. It does talk about things that I don't know, because it refers more to Eastern ideology when it comes to deities and practices, rather than the Western stuff. So it wasn't that I didn't learn from it. It was just kind of like, I guess at times my mind had a tendency to get bored with the authors trying to prove what they were talking about, because it was like I was already sold on this. I already made up my mind to purchase this book. So it's like preaching to the choir. So it's like, okay, I've heard bits and pieces of what they had to offer within this book. I really just wanted to get to the practical exercises. But the reason that I read fully through is because the instructions are within that prose. So I couldn't skip through anything. And I recommend that you don't skip through anything, because let's say you read about the mudras and the mantras. Okay, you get excited about doing it, but it doesn't explain to you the proper process of using these things until you get towards the end of the section that talks about the mudras and mantras. So you have to have patience. You have to read everything, make sure that you understand everything, reread it, and read it as you're going along with the exercise. Okay, these things that they write about, they say that if you do them incorrectly, if you try to add or take away from anything, it can ruin your life. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do your best to stick to the instructions. Okay, great book, definitely buy. I bought it for $105. Okay, it was $80 plus the shipping was like $25. Yes, it may be expensive for some, but it's worth the investment. Okay, this is something that will empower you. It's not about giving power to any demons. It's not about giving power to any gods. It's not about giving up your power. It's about taking what is yours back. Okay. So it's definitely a good investment. There are books that have less impact that have been purchased or sold for more. Okay. I've been one of those people who have bought books that have had less impact. So take it from me when I say, like, it's worth the investment, or don't. It's up to you. I hope everybody's doing good. It's a great day today. It's a beautiful day. I think yesterday was the first day of spring, so it's just now warming up and everything. I know I haven't made a video in quite some time. The people who are looking, they're worth it. I just feel like I had to take some time off to educate myself, in order to bring things that mattered to you. Okay. So it's not that I forgot about the channel. It's not that I forgot about you guys, the few that are listening. It's quality over quantity. And so I'll be back with some more book reviews and things like that. I'm also... No, that's all I'm going to say. All right, peace.